by the name of Deacon Jones. Please give a hand to Deacon Jones. And since I use the word deacon, that means church. So I want to see who's in the audience. Let the church say, all right, all right, all right. I got some Baptists in this audience. Because I saw some white people didn't say amen, so I know some Catholics are in there too. I'm talking about Catholics. We're going to get to my nun story soon. But I also want you to give a hand, ladies and gentlemen, for the fabulous blues singer, Miss Sherry Lewis. Let me tell you, you talk about a work, a miracle. 2 years ago, $50 2 years ago, I was in the hospital with my man Kevin Gardner, who's also the co-producer of this club. Give me a hand for Kevin, come on. And I saw Sherry Pruitt after a stroke, lying in bed, and I swear to God, I was thinking the next time I see her, St. Peter's going to introduce me to her. But you saw her, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
You saw her, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
That is a miracle. Let the church say, all right? Don't tell me miracles can't happen. You know, I'm a miracle as I sit before you. I'm filled with all kinds of aches and pains, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, if I look like I'm not full of pain, I'm one of the greatest actors in the world. And after this, I will be smoking a blunt to get rid of that pain. I do not do that when I'm performing. But like I said, for all my pain and suffering, don't be feeling sorry for me at all, because all I do is smoke me a blunt and all that stuff just goes away. Of course, I had little Tylenol and a couple other pills too. You know what I mean? But let me ask you, what's your name, sir? No, not you, him. You, sir. You right there. Yes, sir. Mike, when you left your house tonight, did you think you'd be hanging out on the corner of Crack and 8 Ball Street? Did you, Mike? Did you? When you said, no, I'm going to go downtown. Classy joke. Well, yes, we are classy, but we're downtown classy. You get it? On one corner you got CEOs, right? Next corner you got homeless. And they both ask you for money. One corner you got business executives, next corner you got prostitutes. And they both trying to fuck you. And you don't know which one you want, the prostitute or Anyway, yes, ladies and gentlemen, we started off on the corner of Crack and 8 Ball, which is right down there at Alexander Hotel 5 years ago. We're still here. That's right. Thank you, yeah. We have now moved 3/4 of a block away. We're now on Marijuana and 8 Ball Street. Hallelujah. Yes. But while I'm here, let me tell you about me. My name is Garrett Morris. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana. Give my hand for New Orleans. That's right. Everybody knows that New Orleans is still the party capital of the world.
Yes, sir.
No place in the planet where they party the way we party in New Orleans. We party so hard in New Orleans. It's the only city where even the churches have a 2-drink minimum. But they sing the blues in New Orleans, don't they? And they sing it in E minor, I think. Yeah, can you hear this? I don't know if you can hear it. Can you hear me? Yeah, they sing the blues in New Orleans. You like the blues? How many of you like Muddy Water? I can't sing like Muddy. I'm gonna sing like Garrett. If the woman told my mama, oh, I was born. She said you got a boy child coming. Gonna be a son of God. Gonna make pretty women jump and shout. And the world's gonna know. let me get on with this, because y'all want some comedy, not just a room. Look here, what's your name, sir?
Lamar.
Lamar? Lamar. I gotta get something off my chest. Can I get it off my chest? Yeah. By the way, Lamar, you got a great looking chest there, damn, sir. I mean, I'm not gay. Gotta give proper respect where it's due. You didn't just get out of jail, did you? Anyway, Lamar, 3 nuns. Can I take off my coat?
Yeah.
Take it off. 3 nuns died. 3 nuns died. Hold it for me, bro. 3 nuns died alone and went to heaven. And when they arrived in heaven, St. Peter said, hold on, nuns, you can't just come into my heaven just because you've been on another life. I've got 3 questions I want to ask you. 3 nuns. And if you don't answer correctly, you're going to hell. To the first nun, he says, tell me, what was the name of the first man? The nun says, well, that's easy. Adam. The clouds opened, the music swelled, the nuns ascended into heaven. To the second nun, he said, then tell me, what was the name of the first woman? The nun says, well, that's easy. Eve. The clouds opened, the music swelled, the nuns ascended into heaven. To the third nun, he said, then tell me, what was the first thing Eve said to Adam? The nun says, well, that's hard. The clouds opened, the music swelled. Gotcha. You expected some 4-letter word. Did you get 1 4-letter word? Did you? Beautiful lady, what's your name?
Sandra.
Sandra will not be trying to get you to laugh through the use of some cheap 4-letter word jokes. I will not lower the level of my comedic presentation with a lot of cheap 4-letter word jokes. However, motherfucker is a 12-letter word. I'm going to be using that one quite liberally. Sandra, pussy, 5-letter. Lots of pussy will be coming out of my mouth tonight. Sandra, bitch is a 5-letter word, and lately, you know what Sandra, the very motto of my life has become, ain't that a bitch? Because every day and everywhere I see something that makes me want to say, what, help me out? Ain't that, help me out. You sound anemic. Ain't that, one more time. Ain't that, one more again. Ain't that, I, Garrett Morris, have just made my 74th birthday. Give me a hand, come on. You asked me to say, Garrett, are there any changes now that you have reached the age of 74? I say, yes, there are changes. I'm not at the age where drug abuse means me taking 4 stools off of them. I'm not at the age where if a young lady says to me, Garrett, let's run upstairs and make mad, passionate love. I say, honey, I can't do both. You may have to carry me up there if you want that last part. I'm not at the age where oftentimes when I go to the toilet, I forget what the hell I want to do. What about the number 1 or number 2? Hey, look here, what's your name, son? Brian, when you reach 40 or 45, you will find me at least 4 or 5 times a night you'll be going to the bathroom. Then when you reach 50, 55, 5, 6, 7 times a night, you'll be going to the bathroom. But then when you reach my age, you just move the bed into the bathroom. Talking out of time. Look here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to bring up, because I'm sweating enough to 100 billy goats. I got a young man here who, well, I said I could call him the answer to Richard Pryor, but he says no, he has too much respect for Richard Pryor. But he's a great comedian. He's been at the Laugh Factory, at the Comedy Store. When he wants to get down, he comes downtown. Put your hands together for Ricky Jr.
Sunny up in here. Get up yourself, boy.
appreciate that. I'm trying to hold on to my youth like most people in Los Angeles, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody trying to get young out here, you know? Like I'm not afraid of getting old. What I'm personally afraid of is being old as dirt. Alright? That's a whole other level of decrepit right there. You know what I'm saying? Like you ever seen this lady right here walking down Grand trying to catch her bus? And she praying while she walking. Lord, you would just bless me today. Why is it take old people 10 minutes to turn around when you call their name in church? You ever notice that? Like, hey, Sister Jones, how you doing in church this evening? Hey, Reginald, how you doing this morning? I'm over here. Oh, how you doing? Why is that all old homeless black men laugh with their mouth wide open? You ever seen that be downtown? Homeless who beg for some money? Like, hey man, can you spare me any change, man? I'm so hungry out here. Like, nah, brother, I ain't got no money today. That's okay, I'm just trying to make $1.15. Y'all ain't laughing. I don't find this humorous at all. Bring Garrett back up here, man. Oh man, I'm broke right now, man. Like I'm seriously in the deficit. You know, like I'm at a point right now where I feel like armed robbery should be legal during a recession. I'm serious, man. Like just so long as you don't take, extra stuff, I feel like as long as you take the stuff that you need, I feel like it should be legal. They shouldn't prosecute you for that. Just get back what you owe. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. If they pass that law tonight, I'll be robbing people first thing tomorrow morning. I'll be up early too with the robbing. All right, man, listen up. I need $60 on pump 2, man. Hurry up. Yeah. That's the peanut M&M's. Yeah, and give me a Sprite. Yeah, this is easy, baby. You want something? And pregnancy test. And a job application, because I got to put job. Horrible, man. Horrible. I owe Sally Mae so much money. You owe money too? Y'all slaves to Sally Mae right now. She's the biggest pimp in America. You hear me? She's pimping coast. I owe Sally Mae so much money right now. They stopped calling my phone and started following me on Twitter. Negro, where's our money? At Reggie Com. Like, hold on, how you gonna? It's a secure site right here, man. And the last time I heard from Sally Mae, it was the most threatening phone call you could ever receive from a debt collector. You know what I'm saying? Like they called me up like they meant business. Like, Mr. Reggie Jr., are you aware that you owe over $100,000 in student loans? I was like, no, but now I am. Like, sir, are you aware that we can debit $1,500 a month from your account? I was like, no, but I'm glad I switched banks last week, sir. Like, well, sir, for our records, who are you currently banking with? I said, well, currently I'm banking with First Mattress Mutual. They help me stay on top of my money, man. That's all I'm saying. Free direct deposit and all that. I like you guys. You guys are smart. I don't know, man. People in my neighborhood are broke too, man. Like I live in a predominantly black neighborhood, but it's certain key indicators that you can tell that brothers is broke. Like when brothers caress themselves when they come to the door at noon, that's how you know they ain't got no jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like I went to go pick this chick up for a date. It was around noon. It was like a lunch date. So I come up to the door like, hey, is Katrina anywhere around? Shoot, man, I don't even know. Man, hold on a second. Hey, Trina! Trina! Hey, man, hush that baby up! Trina! Auntie, Trina back there! That nigga she dating at the front door. No? Alright. Hey, man, she ain't even here right now, pimpin'. You know anybody that's hiring her right about now? Like, no, but that dope house around the corner looks like they're taking applications. You may want to go sign up. Like, I hate that feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody in my neighborhood has gainful employment right now, you know? And it's so bad to the point where I feel like I'm like I hate certain stereotypes that I get when I'm out and about with other races of people. Like, I'm very keen on that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was dating this one chick, and she said she only exclusively dates black guys because we're fast, we're strong, and we have huge ding-a-lings. I said, man, with all due respect, those sound like the great attributes of a racehorse. Why you calling me Sea Biscuit in bed? It's horrible, man. It's horrible. I like doing different stuff. Like, I'm a different type of dude, you can probably tell. I like hanging out at black barbershops, you know? Yeah. You been one? All right, cool. All right, go. I'm serious, man. White people, if you've never been to a black barbershop, take a field trip. All right? It will bless your soul to hang out at the black barbershop. You dig what I'm saying? Because there's always great conversation at a black barbershop. Am I lying? Yeah. Always a great debate, especially when sports comes up. Because every black man in here right now is an ESPN analyst when it comes to sports. And you can always tell like what generation everybody's from in the barbershop just by whom they deem to be the greatest of all time in any one particular sport. Because usually the oldest dude in the barbershop, like around Garrett's age, will always name a player you have never heard of in the conversation. None of us in here were even alive when this guy was the stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like say you two and me. Like say us three right here in the front. What's your name? Ed. What's your name? All right. Say me, Ed, and John in the barbershop, right? And let's say, for example, Ed is the youngest dude in the barbershop. And Ed is like, man, I don't care what nobody say. LeBron James is the greatest basketball player of all time. Alright, now let's say, what's your name? John, he's a little old. He's like, Michael Jordan was the greatest basketball player of all time. Then let's say me, I'm older than both of them. And I'm like, man, hell no. Dr. J was the greatest basketball player of all time. Right? Then the old dude in the corner at the domino table was like, man, Skip McDougal was the greatest man to ever touch a basketball, y'all. 63 points a game, 73 assists, and 12 rebounds. So then you go and Google Skip McDougal, right? Take your time. Let the last sink in. And he's got a black and white photo on Wikipedia like this. The basketball he's shooting with got laces in the front. The team he played for no longer even exists in that city. The Toledo, Ohio Redhawks. Now known as Miami Heat. Like, what in the hell did they? Alright, yeah, that's been my time, man. Reggie Jr.
Reggie Jr. Yeah. Reggie what Jr.? You know, Reggie Jr. Ladies and gentlemen, I live such a I call it an epiphanistic life. Now you're gonna say, Garrett, that's not a word. All right, it's not in the dictionary yet. Epiphany, you know about epiphany, right? Epiphanistic, of or about an epiphany. Duh. It should be in the dictionary because I get a chance to say stuff like this. I have in my life a good friend and a woman I greatly admire. She has been around for God knows how long. Thrilling people with her great talent and ability. I remember my way back from Pretty Victorious. But I mean, you know, what can you say about this? I'm going to call her name. I want you to give a great round of applause for the fabulous singer, Miss Linda Hopkins. Thank you, Linda, for everything. And also, I went to New York a few months ago, me and my beautiful lady, Shelton Lee. I don't know if she's out there yet. And we fell in love. See, I feel that hip-hop is about 90% wrong and 10% right? And we, in New York City, saw a thoroughly brilliant musical that had nothing but hip-hop through and through. Whenever you see this musical called The Heights, please do yourself a favor and go and see it, okay? I saw it there, and I told Mr. Kale, who I'm going to introduce, that I like the New York version better than the LA version, but he directed, he's a genius so far as I'm concerned. Put your hands together for my man, Thomas Kale, he's right there, yeah? Stand up, Tom, stand up. All right. And to top it off, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, you and I both are going to be thrilled by the man who I'm bringing up on the stage. I was just thoroughly blown away by, I used to look at whose line it is anyway, and those motherfuckers, they're amazing, okay? Let's face it. Am I lying? They are amazing. Amazing. You say, this must be written, but it isn't, you know what I mean? And we've already had one of the geniuses, Garrett Morris, has been here, done a club. My man, he's a genius who came here when this club had 5 people, all right? But this young man, he was on it. I was amazed at his ability. He had his own show. He now is on that show, Let's Make a Deal. And put your hands together, he's coming up right now. Put your hands together for the amazing Mr. Wayne Brady!
Let's hear it for Reggie Jr., please. So much because I'm an actor who improvises, you know, so I don't write my jokes, and so writing that, so to be able to come up here in front of a room full of strangers and do shit that you sat at home and said, this will be awesome, risking the fact that no one's gonna laugh, that is amazing. So Reggie and to every other stand-up in the room, good for you all. God bless you. Best of luck too. So we spoke before the show, and you know, I've done Who's Line, I've done a lot of variety stuff on TV, the movies, Broadway, the whole nine. I recorded an album a little while ago because I started off as a musician. You know, music is a big part of the comedy that I do. So we talked about coming and doing something. So when you said you wanted to do the blues, I have to admit, you know, I make a lot of the songs that I do up. So I don't know the words to a lot of things. So we're gonna try to get through Stormy Monday and see if I remember the lyrics. If not, I'll be making some stormy shit up. So we hope you enjoy. Call it Stormy Monday, but Tuesday just ain't bad. Just as bad. Wednesday is the word, and Thursdays make me so sad. See, oh, the eagle flies on Friday, but Saturday I go out and play. Yeah, yeah, yeah. See, oh, the eagle flies on Friday, but Saturday I go out and play. Oh, but now Sunday I go to church, get down on my knees and I pray. Oh, now listen, Lord have mercy. Lord, will you please have mercy on me? I'm gonna take my time, see. I said, Lord have mercy. Why don't you come and bring my baby, bring her back to me? That's the face you make. Tuesdays just as bad, just as bad, just as bad. Oh, Monday, they call it Stormy Monday. But the Tuesdays just as bad. Now Wednesday is the worst. They're gonna make me so sad. He's a Friday, a Saturday. You know where I go out and play. Now, did you hear me? I said, the Eagle fly. But Saturday I go out and play. And then Sunday I get down on broken knees and I say, God help me please, and I get down and I pray. Thank you all so much for having me. I love you, Mr. Garrett. And I plan on being here as much as I can be.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, another hand for the king. Thank you, man. Whoa. Hey, I want to embarrass him. He just brought our classiness up about 100 miles, or maybe miles at the time. We just classed up there. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, to keep on, now we gave you the blues, my blues and comedy, got some comedy coming here. Now this young man is a tall man, and I like to call him a basketball career gone to waste. Because he decided to go to school and get some education and get a couple of degrees and stuff, and now he actually teaches school over in Brentwood. He reminds me of that movie To Serve with Love. How many remember that? You're old. No, you don't hate you. Okay, but my man Sidney Poitier, in my community they call Sidney Poitier Sidney Porter. Sidney Porter. Anyway, because this young man came to the club with about 20 white children who he was the mentor for. Right? And that's how really he is. Now I set the ball kind of high, but you know what? He can jump over it. Put your hands together for my man, Julian Michael!
Lower your expectations, goddammit. Lower your motherfucking expectations. Y'all give it up for Wayne Brady, y'all. Don't fuck around and get somebody saved in here. That's beautiful. You guys look good. Are you happy to be here? I'm happy to see you. If you couldn't tell from the smell of urine and dreams gone by, we're in downtown LA, baby. Yes. And look, there are bums and there are crackheads everywhere. And you have to know the difference so you know how to react. See, a bum will ask you for anything you can spare. A crackhead needs a specific amount. If you ever had the following conversation, hey, you got $1.17? That's a crackhead, that's how I'm saying. If you don't have exact change, don't be a hero, god damn. Damn. I'm happy to be here, man. I actually just moved back to Los Angeles from New York, and since I've been back, I've been trying to... No, don't clap. It's just you and me. That's it. It's okay. No, don't worry about it. It's just us. But since I've been back, I've been trying to keep up with my family, you know, which is difficult at times because we don't always speak the same language. Like I have this aunt. I try to talk on the phone, but I can't because she has this slave voice that she uses. Like, the black people understand what I'm saying. I'll explain for the rest of you. Like, before I could say anything to her on the phone, she'd go, "What you call your phone?" She'd go, "I can't talk now. Day is less than." And look, I guess she was in a meeting, you know, but I thought she was in the Underground Railroad. Like I fucked up about 1745 by mistake. So I just went with the metaphor. She said, "Day is listening." I said, "Day is." Look, I'm glad you guys laughed at that, because she couldn't see the face that I made, but they could at my job, so they told me to take the rest of the day off. Just recuperate a little. I think my favorite family member is my cousin Keisha, and I love my cousin Keisha because cousin Keisha's about 412 pounds, you know, like plus or minus a breakfast burrito, you know. And I smoke a decent amount of weed, so we're really on the same appetite plan, you know. Y'all don't laugh at my family, it's not, don't do that. So I'm hanging out with my cousin Keisha the other day, you know, and we're going to McDonald's. Well, we were going to Hometown Buffet, but she wanted to get a snack on the way. You know how it goes. You know. We pull into the McDonald's, y'all, and the lady behind the register had the most ghetto name I have ever experienced. I'm going to spell it for you. Her name was spelled L-A-A. Her name was LaDasha. worse than naming your kid LaDasha is naming your kid a sound effect. You know? Be like, LaDasha, go get your brother and tell him dinner's ready now. So LaDasha asked my cousin Keisha, you know, what can I get you? And Keisha goes, she has like cholesterol voice, you know, like I could go any second kind of quality to it. She can I have a number 22? Looking at the menu, girl, I don't think they make a 22. She said, that's 3 number 6s. And a number 4. Somebody's not laughing because they're still doing math right now. You gotta carry the 2. It's a math joke, really. Yeah, you gotta look over me. I'm a little ornery today. I was just recently involved in a marriage. Not my own, thank you, Jesus, not my own. But I was the most out-of-place groomsman at my best friend's wedding. And I wasn't out of place because I was the only black person there, which was true. And actually, while I have a group of white people together, let me say this. If you're going to invite one black person to your event or gathering, God damn it, invite 2 black people to your event or gathering. Like, damn right, just so I have someone to talk to and do the electric slide with. Shit. That's pressure. Hello, brother, help. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, I was out of place because the whole thing was in Catholic, and I don't speak Catholic. You know? I tried to play like the priest gets up, he starts singing the whole thing. He goes, peace be with you. And everybody went, and also with you. But me. He just kept going. He said, lift up your head. And everybody went, we lift up to the Lord. But me. So I decided I was going to jump in on the next one. But apparently the next one was a silent one. Because the priest went, let us pray. But I was the only asshole that went, let's go, Jesus. It was the only chant that I knew, goddamn. You gotta stick with what you know. That's the point of that story. Like, I know the black church. You understand what I'm saying? I have a good black church. I got a good pastor. He's a pastor on Sunday. He's a DJ on Saturday. You know? It's beautiful. And he didn't even wear a pastor's robe. He just has a long white t-shirt and shit. It's beautiful. And sometimes he forgets he's in church. Like, he starts cussing in the pulpit. Like last Sunday, he was like, if you love Jesus, throw your motherfucking hands. Hallelujah. I gotta get out of here. But before I do, I read a story the other day that made me sick. I don't know if you guys saw it, but apparently there was a plane that was going down. And they tried everything they could do to save it. They threw the luggage off, everything. And so the pilot gets on the intercom. He's got one last idea. He says, folks, I'm sorry. The plane is going down, but I think if some people will sacrifice themselves and jump, then most of us will be okay. So look, I'm just gonna ask for volunteers alphabetically, starting with A. So at this point, would African Americans please raise their hand? Right here. And so right around row like 17 or 18, a little boy gets very nervous. He goes, Dad, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Dad says, hey, shut up. So nobody moves. So the pilot keeps going and says, okay, B, black people are Little goes, oh my God, Dad, what are we gonna do? Dad says, hey, shut up. So nobody moves. So the pilot keeps going and says, okay, C, colored people. Colored people here. Oh my God. Little boy's, oh my God, Dad. Oh my God. We're in this. Hey, be cool. We're niggas today. The Mexicans are going first. Don't laugh too hard, black people, it gets worse. Because there was a Mexican one row behind, he said, not so fast, nigger. I'm a wetback today. Now my name is Garrett Morris Hosts. Garrett Morris
All right, good. All right, another hand for my man, yeah. Now we got a man coming up. He was on the show with me. And the name I'm gonna call it at the end of this. But ladies and gentlemen, in the episode he played a character in rehab. And you will see that this was tight casting. Put your hands together for my man, Rick Shapiro!
I did not play a character in rehab. I'm an actor. I forgot what my line. No, I played a perverted dental hygienist. I don't look like that, do I? One of my lines was, oh, I can do that. That's where I just shoot foam in your mouth and make a mold out of it. Isn't that brilliant? Wasn't it brilliant? Be good to me. Like my hat, don't I look like a gay 70s cop fuck-up corner boy who's a gay 70s cop? Oh man, I'm in a weird mood. No, just because you're handsome, not because you're big. I feel sure of myself when good-looking people are around. All right, good-looking is the new Down syndrome. Here's what I'm saying, good-looking people walk around. Be good looking, be gorgeous, but who gives a fuck? They walk around like they're important because they have a chin. And it becomes Down syndrome. And it's adorable. I give them crayons. No. Man, I miss cocaine. That's my savior. Why do you guys look at me like I'm nuts? Just because I look like, actually I'm on more drugs now than when I was on drugs. Deacon's here, deacon, motherfuck. I used to play saxophone, but I never got good at it because I sold it for cocaine. It's a true story, don't feel bad, feel happy. Don't I look cute like I should be wearing Uggs and saying hi? Did you get any of this? I'm half everything. So, all right, now I'm so fucked up. I don't know what I want to do with my life. I'm on like 11 Red Bulls, 8 coffees, 3 Depakote, 2 Wellington, a Zoloft, an Anoraks, 1 bad childhood memory, and a nice piece of salmon. Oh, I had a lovely piece of salmon. Oh, it was wonderful. I was 80, and I was a squirter. Oh, I blew it. Good. You like this jacket, tough guy? It's made out of Robert De Niro's jizzle. Or Burt Reynolds, it depends on the crowd. I forgot all my jokes. Yeah, I come from a very tough, angry family. Very tough and angry. Very, very. Not my real family, the mafia. Very tough and angry. They raised me because my Jewish side wouldn't. And I have a gay cousin. My family's so angry that when they get angry, they don't even talk. They just go, nah. Bring him to me. You know this guy. Come here, you. Come here, you. So, when my cousin broke it to him that he was gay, it was a strange situation. Like I said, don't tell him you're gay. Tell everybody else, but don't tell the crazy uncles. And he said, no, I have to. I'm tired of living in shame, blah, blah, blah. You know? You know that shame shit. Like, why would a gay guy feel ashamed standing next to a white bread, uptight, waspy woman who's a Republican? She should be ashamed of herself. Like, to me, tolerate, and then I'll finish the other joke. Tolerate, I know where I'm at. There's a piano. I'm not really drunk. Guy in a sweater. You know how bad I wish I was you at this moment? I wish I had a beautiful black guy smile. You know, like... I don't do a bit. I look horrible, right? Because white guys are either I'm cool. But white guys are here like, 2 of them fell out, but it's kind of cool looking. Oh, stop it, all of you. I'll turn into the worst substitute teacher you people ever fucking had. So, my hand shakes, I'm shaking. So, the worst word to me is tolerate. Like they say, people who tolerate, we tolerate people who are different than us. Why don't you spit on them? It's the same thing. Look, we tolerate. Why don't you revel in the differences? Enjoy it, you know, like want to be the other person. Like I want to be you with your gorgeous black body, your beautiful shiny head, you know, you're getting me as a human being, you're like, yeah, he's right. You know what I mean? I want to be you, a guy with a lot of pressure. Like, you ever see someone tolerate? I want to be you, a guy with nothing and doesn't care. He's just chill. Even when he does this, it's chill. It's try it. So when people tolerate, like look, a gay guy walks into an elevator, right, and he goes, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, can you hold the door for me? Thank you. Oh, what a day. And no one's like, oh, gay man. I better tolerate. You know, like, fuck you. It's a beautiful day out, isn't it? Now I'm exaggerating, so you get the picture, because you're barely here, man. I'm too much here. And I was in. If I was gay, are they born that way, the way that they talk? You born, like if I was gay, like you go like, this father was son, you're gay. You found out at birth, you're gay. I don't know how you do that shit. So now flounce and run around silly. But Dad, I'm just gay. Well, acting. You know, if I was gay, I'd act tough. I'd be like, what are you looking at? I'll suck your dick right here. I'll Take both your balls, squeeze them lovely, and kiss them gently. Can you handle that? I didn't think so. Goodbye, folks. Run, rabbit, run. And I fucked John Goodman and Danny Glover at the same fucking time. Because that's how I roll.
What does that have to do with anything? What did he just say? Leave the room. No, you leave the fucking room.
I'm just trying to have a good time. How about you? Hey, I think we're all in agreement. Women give cute blowjobs. Am I the only one who knows this? And most guys don't pay attention. Like, oh, it's good, it's good, it's good. I'm like, oh my God, her lips look like a sparrow landing on a tulip. That's me, I'm beauteous. Can I write songs for your band? You gotta get people to do that. Hey, can I write songs for your band? Are you in the union? How can I get in the union? Are you in? That's what a guy says. I'm taking a piss. Picture this. I'm taking a steaming piss, minding my own business. More like an introspective one. And the guy comes up and he goes, so you're gonna be on TV next week? I said, yeah. What channel? And I'm taking a leak. I'm like, it's CBS. I don't know what channel it is. And he goes, oh, is that Union? I said, yeah, because it's on TV. What is that, AFTRA? I said, yeah, because that's a union if you're on TV. So what station? I said, you just asked me that. Oh yeah, I did, right? So you gonna be on next week? I asked my friend, I said, why is he doing that? Why does the guy keep asking the same thing? He goes, because he's hoping by the end you'll say, hey, you wanna be on the show? That story was a story told to me by my Indian grandfather. I thought I'd share it with you. The punchline is, Starbucks. That's what I want to do. Is that the light or the... Oh, damn it, I didn't get to end with a big finish. Oh, fuck me. So, damn it, stop that, scratching the air. So, I just want to end with, I'm leaving the States, I've decided. I really am, I'm done with it. Because I heard this. I need a zucchini muffin pronto. Now here it's done, it's done. And I went back to the heroin. Uh-oh, trouble. Junkie won't get off stage. Big bad junkie. Gave up drugs 20 years ago. Well, all right, time to go. Thanks for that.
Ladies and gentlemen, another hand for my man, Rick Zero. All right, Rick. Hey, this club is diverse. Radical comedy, conservative comedy, and in between. That's what you get. All right? Yes. Now I've got a young man who is both radical and conservative and in between. But when it comes to his comedic talent, there's no doubt. He's fabulous, and I'm setting the bar real high, because I know he's going to jump over it, though he's what, I think about 5'6". That's right. Look, don't talk about short guys. Now, Napoleon was 5'2", right? Hello? Yeah. Short guy! All right, they're short guys. I don't agree with Randy Newman. Short guys people do have a reason to live other than stand behind tall people and looking at their behind. Huh? Anyway, put your hands together for my man, Mr. Willis Tiger!
That's nice. Look at this. Oh, this is a nice. Look at the nice band. Look at them. They look like an old boys and the men group. I like this. This is nice. 4 Asians up front. Wow, that's never happened. Got the white people in the corner. That's right. Now you know how we feel. Look. Nice. What are you doing? You say hi? Nice. I like that shirt. Nice. Did you get it any tighter? Nice. I'm just messing with you. You're too close to the stage. You're bigger than me, all right? So. Oh my gosh, you guys hear? Did you guys hear the news? Al Davis? Yeah, wow, sad. Because now the Raiders are going to start winning. So, come on, really? Do you think the Raiders are going to ever win with Al Davis? Al Davis looked like Darth Vader after a while. This is who we pick it up this year. Have you guys been watching the Conrad Murray trial? Have you been watching that? Yes, isn't it great? Oh my gosh, I love it. I love watching the jury, because whatever Conrad Murray's lawyer says, they're like, that's nice. You know you're going to jail, right? You know. The jury just looked at him like, Yep. You're going to jail. You are going to jail. His lawyer's up there talking. My client was merely influenced by the Pied Piper, Michael Jackson. He did not want to prescribe any of that propofol. Michael wanted it. The jury's gonna go back and deliberate over this case listening to the Thriller album. This is how you gonna know he's guilty. The jury's gonna walk in like this. They gonna literally hand the paper to the bailiff like this. Oh my goodness, okay. Now I gotta be funny. Okay. I gotta start telling jokes. Alright. I gotta tell you guys, this is great. I'm glad to be here. I am. This is nice. This is how this club should look every weekend. Every weekend. Y'all should tell us, but y'all having a good time, right? You live in the area? I'm not gonna follow you home. I'm not gonna follow you home. He's like, yeah, you got all that bigness. I don't know about this black guy. Guys, I don't know if you guys have noticed this though. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but gay guys have actually taken the fun out of being a man. Alright? And that's why I say this, alright? I use myself as an example. Alright? I like to dance. Right? I think dancing is a great activity, but if you dance too good, people are like, ugh, you're gay. I'm like, no, I have rhythm, back the fuck up, okay? I don't get it, alright? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Isn't it crazy? I take care of my hands. I take care of my hands, but if your hands are too soft, they're like, ugh, that's gay. I'm like, no, the women I deal with, they don't want rusty, crusty hands, you know what I mean? They don't want to feel cleats scratch across their back when you give them a massage, alright? Think about it. On top of that, I sleep in a comfortable bed. But if your bed is too comfortable, they're like, ugh, that's gay. I don't get it, right? I don't get it. I don't understand why I gotta sleep on a bed of rocks, my knuckles drag on the ground to be a fucking man, alright? Let me tell you something, that doesn't make you a man. You know what makes you gay? suspect, okay? That's I love this country, man. I think America is the best country. I do. I think it is the best. Yeah. It's the best country. We didn't got to watch the mic going out. Okay, cool. It is. America's number one to me. America's the number one country. And you know what you need if you want your country to be number one? Black people. Yes. Look at Sweden. They've never won a 100-meter dash. You know why? No black people, all right? We run from the cops. I think we'll win a race, okay? Look at Brazil, number one in soccer. You know why? Black people. You need black people. Now I know some of you are sitting there thinking, well, what about Africa? Too many black people, all right? I mean, after a while it becomes a double negative. I mean, you can't have all that goodness in one place. You gotta break that up. Into a rap concert, sir? Oh my God, you know what's gonna happen? All right. This is my man. You're from Texas, right? Yeah, Texas. Look at that. I know. You didn't get it, but took the hat with you. Look at that. Oh my goodness. All right. I can't be over here too long because I know it's a lot of comments. So I'm gonna do this real quick. People say, be careful what you ask for, right? They always tell you that. Else you just may get it. Well, this is what I want. I want to be rich and famous. I do. Because to me, rich people do not have problems. All right, I know none of you know that. You don't know. Are you rich? Then you don't know. You don't know. It's always broke people like, they got problems. I mean, in my broke mind, I think they got some problems, all right? Let me tell you something, and I don't mean this in any disrespect, all right? No one in this room actually knows if rich people have problems, all right? Because you may be well off, but you're not rich if you're in this room. Because if you were rich, we'd be doing this at your house, all right? Rich people don't leave the house. Rich people are like this. Bring them to me. I'm serious, man. Think about it, man. Come on. I've been dealing with broke problems all my life. I think I can handle some rich ones. Matter of fact, I thought I was kidnapped the first 10 years of my life because I knew my real family couldn't be this broke. I started looking for myself on the back of milk cartons. I'm like, where am I? I know my rich family is looking for me. The only person that can tell me that rich people have problems is Bill Gates. Because he has enough money to kill half this room and pay the other half to shut the fuck up. I'm serious, man. Think about it. When you're rich and someone dies, there's a reading of the will. 300,000 a month. When you're broke and someone dies, there's a reading of the bills. Like, all right, you two gonna pay the electric bill? Nice. When you're rich and you drive an old car, that's vintage. And that's part of a collection. When you're broke and you drive an old car, that's a bucket, all right? And that is the collection. When you're rich, think about it. When you're rich and you think you have a problem, you can pay someone $200 an hour to listen to your problem. When you're broke, you find a friend with worse problems than yours. You know what I mean? Serious, man. Dead serious. And I'm gonna tell you this. Like look at Michael Jackson. And I say that Michael Jackson really didn't have any problems, right? He didn't. He had issues, but no problems, all right? Completely different. Completely different. Like Michael lived a life that very few people could ever live. Like we could only imagine living like Michael Jackson. Like Michael would walk into stores and wouldn't even look at the prices. He would just walk into the stores, give me that, give me that, give me that, give me him, give me that. The only place I can do that is the 99-cent store, you know what I mean? I can walk in the 99-cent store, proud, head up, shoulders back, like, a dog. But I'm not going to give my dog any pump names like most people do. Like calling my dog Butch or Fido. No, I'm going to call my dog in the house like this. Hey! Hey! Kill a motherfucker! Get in here! Hey! Kill a motherfucker! I'm going to have little kids going home. Mama, I can't go outside. So kill a motherfuckers out there. And he's already killed a motherfucker. You're gonna see me on Entertainment Tonight. You're gonna see me on Entertainment Tonight, extra or something like that, playing with my dog. I'm like, hey, kill a motherfucker. That's right. Who killed a motherfucker? You kill a motherfucker. That's right. You kill a motherfucker. Hey! Shoot a nigga up. Get back. Shoot. Thank you, dog. Good night.
Another hand for the man. Come on, yo. All right. Now she's coming up. The beautiful blonde lady with such a great comedic instrument. Last night, the people went home with their abs hurting from laughing so much at this lady. She's been on Comedy Store. She's been on George B. Harsh show. She's been around the country making people laugh. She too has been at the Ice House, the Laugh Factory, the Comedy Store. But when she wants to get down, you know where she comes? She comes downtown. That's it. Downtown, downtown. Let's give a hand for my friend Bernadette Cody.
Garrett Morris. It looks like I'm representing the white people today. Me and the crazy guy. Don't get me wrong, I'm just as crazy. I try to rein it in. I suck it in with my muffin top. Suck that crazy right in anyhow. Good to be here. We got lights, camera, action. I like it. Very nice. Beautiful. I commend you. You're fabulous. Wonderful. Wonderful. They're fabulous. They're awesome. They're way classier than me. That's all I got. Good night. Thanks, folks. All right. My niece torturing me with these Twilight films, right? About this girl Bella, two guys love her, a vampire and a werewolf. They would die for her. They would kill for her. And my niece keeps getting all caught up in the drama. She's like, Auntie, what's Bella gonna do? What's Bella gonna do? Who's she gonna go with, Auntie? I'm a little older. Okay, I'm mature. I look at this movie and I'm like, Bella, fuck them both. Tap that shit, tap all of it, and if one of them has a cute brother, fuck him too. What's with the drama though? All these kids today, too much drama. Thank you. Thank you very much. So I travel for a living. I just got back from Scotland and it was beautiful. And when I first got there, I was like, oh my God, these people are so friendly. And then I realized they're not friendly, they're just shit-faced all the time. They're drunk and they have health care. What's not to be friendly about? And it's weird for me because I'm Irish and Scottish and they're very similar yet so different. Now those Scots are the most functional alcoholics I have ever met. You hang out with a Scot, they will literally pound them back all night long, get up, and go perform heart surgery. And volunteer with homeless kittens when they're done. The Irish, I don't know what happened to us, because we have one Guinness too many, we end up punching our grandmother in the face. It's okay, she usually has it coming to her. Scots are great with money, they like to be cheap, it's like a little game. Oh, Bernie, we saved 60% of our income. Come on, we'll show you how. I'm like, fuck off, I'm American. I don't roll that way. No, I don't allow Suze Orman on my television set. She's mean, she's a bully, she won't let me do shit. She makes me feel bad about myself. I have my own savings plan, Suze, thank you very much, okay? For every $5 I earn, I like to spend 27. Yeah, that's right. I have 2 Coach bags and no health insurance. I don't need it. I'm American. I'm tough. If I get hit by a truck, I will simply hold a Coach bag on the wound. If I have a heart attack, I'll put a wallet in there and pump that shit right back up. I'm not going to stop spending my money. I love to spend my money. It's the only thing that helps me forget I have no fucking money. You can't take that away from me. What are the banks going to do? Are they going to harass me? They're going to call me at my house? Hello, Miss Polly, this is Citibank calling. Have you forgotten your minimum payment, Miss Polly? Pick up the phone, we know you're there. It seems you've forgotten another minimum payment, Miss Polly. I'll just tell them right off. I'll be like, Shitty Bank. That's what I call. Last time I checked Shitty Bank, you guys owed $72 billion. I believe I paid it off. So why don't you get your shit together, fix that little PR issue you're dealing with, and don't you worry about me and my $5 grand. Besides, I'm not the genius who offered me a credit card. Someone should take responsibility for this shitty bank. I travel for a living and everyone keeps complaining about this TSA thing. Who cares? TSA pat-downs? What's the problem? What's the issue? Let me tell you something right now. The TSA can go to third base with me any day they want. As a matter of fact, sometimes I go to the airport, I'm not even flying. I just need a little bit of action. Okay, you wouldn't complain about TSA if you took a Greyhound bus. Have you done that lately? I had to 2 weeks ago because I'm very successful. Thank you. They made me go through security before they let me on the bus. That shitbag of a bus. They put a wand up and down my body and looked in my purse before they let me on. Let me tell you something. If I'm on a Greyhound bus and you blow me up, you're doing me a favor. I would thank you, but I'd be dead. You're so cute. I travel for a living. It gets a little different. I recently went to Kansas. I don't know if you've ever been to Kansas, but here's a little tip, don't go. I flew in and I drove 4 hours to get to my show through corn. Have you seen corn? It's horrifying. It's like 15 feet tall. That's what you see for miles and hours is corn, 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 corn. Someone could murder you and leave you in the middle of the cornfields and would never find your body. It's better than Staten Island. So I get to the show, barely make it on time. All I can do is talk about the corn and how scared shitless I was. And they laughed and laughed. They thought it was funny because I live here and I must be tough and I'm from New York. No. I'll take an A train at 2 in the morning with gang members. Who gives a shit? What are they going to do? Shank me? A little shanky shank? I'm not afraid of that. You're dead in 2 minutes. Earl in the cornfields? He'll skin you. And hump you. I don't know what order he does that in. Earl is going to take 10 days to kill you and wear you as a coat the rest of the winter. These are the people that frighten me. But one place I never wanted to go, and now I went, and it's gorgeous, and I'm going to tell you all, you have to go because it is so beautiful. Alaska. It is gorgeous, except for Sarah Palin. It is beautiful. But you're gonna love Sarah, because she goes to a church that makes gay people straight. I think that's hysterical. They can make gay people straight, but they can't make her smart. Let me shake my muffin top to that. You gotta be careful. See, I gotta make fun of Sarah. I don't know if you like her. In LA and New York, you can make fun of Sarah. Nowhere else, you understand, right? People will go to the wall with you to protect their Sarah. They love her. She's like their little goddess. Do you understand? Okay? If anyone here's from the South, I love you. You're nice. You have nice grits. The food's good. Have you ever driven through the South? What do you see on the billboards for hours? Jesus. 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 Fireworks. Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, fireworks, sex shop. Jesus, Jesus, fireworks, dildos. Jesus, Jesus, dildos. Jesus, Jesus, fireworks, dildos. Jesus, dildos. Jesus, dildos. That's how you see for hours. But then you get to the show, you can't make fun of it. Because there are people in this country that will kick the shit out of you in the parking lot in the name of Jesus. With a dildo. It hurts. I'm just telling you, protect yourself. It's not worth it. It's not worth the bother. You're nice, you're listening like a theater crowd. It's freaking me out. Told you, bitch. That's what I'm used to. You guys are so cute. You brought your little Wilson bag. Nice, everybody's got their little... I have a feeling I'm not that funny. You're giggling too much. You're just like methed out of your heads. Good for you. I got thumbs up. I haven't seen that since 1987. I just had a 20-year-old go, where did he learn it from? I don't know. I really don't know. I'm so psyched that you guys are out and you're not watching TV. I can't watch TV anymore because I'm a chick and it's embarrassing. I don't know if you've noticed, but all the women on TV are, what's that word, retarded. Don't get mad at me for using that word, because my cousin and all his Down syndrome, not half as retarded as these chicks on TV. We have about 300 reality TV shows right now, and they give them all different names. Why? It's all the same show. Skank in a hot tub. Just when I thought it couldn't get worse, it did. What happened? I'll tell you what happened. Jersey Shore happened. Do you know what that show means? That show means that the terrorists have won. Now there's a little orange girl on that show named Snooki. She took a hit to the face in a bar last year. Not a tap, but it was a pow. Her hair went down, she went down, it all went down. MTV wouldn't show it because they care about women, my ass. So I had to YouTube it. Do you know how degrading it was for me, as a woman, to hit replay 178 times? Because I'll tell you right now, it's never okay to hit a woman, but if you were going to hit a woman, that would be the woman to hit. I'm just saying, she took one for the team. If she has to take another one, I'm not jumping in. I wouldn't mind, but I've never seen a real woman on reality TV. All you see are little 18-year-olds running around with titties they bought on credit. That's what happened to the economy. It's not my credit card or the mortgages, it's little girls running around with boobies they can't pay for. And ladies, I have no problem with plastic surgery. You do whatever makes you feel good about yourself. But get your priorities straight. You buy what you need first, like a frontal lobe. Use it, and then buy all the titties you want. I don't care. And no one come up to me after the show and get in my face either, because I'm not judging, okay? I might put a set on layaway next week. But don't come up and, look at you jealous, look at you jealous, look at you jealous. I'm aware these are not $20 lap dance titties. You don't need to laugh that hard at that stuff. Okay? Because let me tell you something right now, there are pedophiles that would pay big money for this shit. Puppies in Thailand. You give me a lollipop and a Catholic schoolgirl uniform, $5.50. Lollipop Catholic school boy uniform, $7.50. He knows. I wouldn't mind, but these women on TV do nothing. That's what's embarrassing. They never worked a day in their life. My friends and I work hard for everything we ever had. You see, right? They interview them in the living room every week. What do you do? I'm high. Yeah, we get that. Nice tube talk, but what do? You do something, don't you? No, that's what I do. Oh, no, I do something. I hate all the other women. Because I'm the hottest one. I'm so hot, all the guys want me. Yeah, big deal. They're guys. They're aroused by a donut, you asshole. See, I'm judgmental. You make the world better. You do beautiful music and stuff. I judge. It's terrible. It's evil. I'm trying to be a nicer person. I used to be sweet in my 20s. I know you find that hard to believe. I'm not in my 20s anymore. For those of you little shit kickers in your 20s, and I see quite a few of you out there, I have a couple things for you. First of all, there's this. kids. I do. Let me explain the difference to you. In your 20s, every single morning you wake up and you're like, oh my God, what's going to happen today? What's going to happen? Maybe I'll get a great job, or maybe I'll fall in love, or maybe I'll join the Peace Corps. Yay! Yee-haw! Oh my God, what's going to happen? And you should enjoy that. Because after your 20s, it's a little different. After your 20s, every single morning you wake up disappointed you woke up. You're like, I'm still alive. This is bullshit. I can't do 60 more years of this. It's just the priorities change, okay? In my 20s I did. I wanted to save the world, feed the poor, save the environment, and now I could give a shit. I gave up. I'm lazy. I'm so lazy that when I wake up in the morning, my very first thought is, when can I get these pajamas back on? Do you understand the only reason I work is so I make so much friggin' money I never have to take my jammies off? Like Hef without the skanks. I just want to sit on my couch in my jammies drinking beer watching Cops, because that's the American dream. And that's one of the few programs you can watch, right? Because it's good for your self-esteem. You feel like shit, watch Little Cops. You'll be like, oh, I'm doing all right. I'm better off than the guy with no shirt. And his wife with no bra. And no teeth. And if you can't find Cops, shut the TV off, get in your car, drive to a Walmart, look around. Preferably at 3 in the morning, you'd be like, wow, I'm doing fucking awesome. I'm a friggin' supermodel on this joint. Better off than the guy with no shirt. I sound pissy too. See, I'm trying to be better. Like I said, I want to be spiritual, a nice person like I used to be. So I read that book, The Secret. It's all about the power of positive thinking. And it helps because I used to get angry and now I don't. If I'm in a bad situation, I stop myself, I take a breath, and I say, I'm positive. I'm positive that bitch is gonna get hit by a bus. And then I let go and I let God. Now I find I become the most evil when I'm just trying to be nice and do the right thing. Because you get shit on for that. For instance, did you ever hold that door open for a stranger? Because it's the right thing to do. And they just take their sweet-ass time walking through, like they're Heidi Klum on the runway. And then they don't thank you or acknowledge you exist, and you kind of want to slam their face right into the pavement. Because you started off trying to be like Gandhi, but you end up thinking like Jigsaw from the movie Saw. Every day it's a battle for me. I want to kill someone by noon. But I don't do it, because a little angel right here, she stops me. She says, no, 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 Bernie, come on now, what would Oprah do? Oprah would never do that. She's very spiritual. But my little devil over here says, fuck that. What would OJ do? OJ would curve her teeth. I gotta be honest, I feel like we're good friends. Lock the door, nobody's going home. We're gonna have a rave, we're gonna do cocaine in about half an hour. Get ready. Another reason why I'm pissy and cranky lately is because I'm at the point in life where I really want to find true love. I really do. But I'm holding out for Mr. Right. And I know he's out there somewhere. I've been married the last couple of years, but I'm not going to let that discourage me. And when I find him, I'm going to know what I don't want. Anybody here know the key to a good marriage? It's 2 words, Pinot Grigio. I used to be a red wine girl, now I love a nice Pinot Grigio. Oh, you put a little absolute in it, it really does the trick. Speaking of my husband, the other night we go to this cocktail lounge and a hot, half-naked waitress walks up to him, flirts with him, gives him a boner, and then leaves me to deal with that shit. Can you imagine the nerve? I was like, I don't think so, young lady. Get right back here and finish the job. What do you think I'm tipping for? Nobody wants to work for anything anymore. This is why China is winning. You know your marriage is solid when one day you wake up and realize the person you're married to hates you and you don't give a shit. Isn't it liberating? That's when you're like, this baby's got legs. No mamsy-pamsy divorce for us. I'm taking you to the grave. You're going down, mofo. Shit, see, I'm not supposed to do that because I'm spiritual. You're not supposed to complain when you're spiritual. You're supposed to be grateful for what you already have. So if I find myself complaining about my husband, I look over at the couch at my husband and my dog sitting there, and I say, oh my God, what was I thinking? I am so blessed to have that dog. I love my baby. I'm a Chihuahua mama. We don't have kids. I know you're probably like, that's good because you're crazy, lady. I'm married to another comedian. Do you understand what this means? We get up at noon, we have a snack, we take a nap. Alright, sure, I could bring a kid into that equation, or I could get a flat screen and a puppy. Right? Think about this. The flat screen's never going to steal money out of my wallet and tell me it hates me. The puppy is going to last me 13, 14 years tops. That's just about the age when kids start to become little assholes. I like being the biggest asshole in my house. It works for me. But people can be so rude. God forbid I had a problem, you know, they get in my face. Why don't you have kids, Bernie, huh? Something wrong with you? Don't you like kids? Why don't you have kids? Oh, why don't we have kids? Because we met your kids. But they keep it up. Well, you're not going to wait, are you? Huh? Look at yourself. You're not getting any younger. If you wait, you'll be an old mother. Ugh. You don't want to be an old mother, do you? Yes, I do. I am going to be a very old mother, and then I won't have all the problems all little young mothers have. For instance, the cost of a college education. What do I care? I'm dead by the time that kid's 16. Gotta use your heads, mommy. It's called planned parenting. Get with the program. I shouldn't complain though. I was walking down the street in New York City and this woman comes walking towards me wearing a burqa. I don't know if you've seen this in person, but it freaked me out. Like everything was completely covered, couldn't see anything. And I was like, oh my God, this poor little thing has left a country where she'd be beaten and stoned for not wearing a burqa, only to come all the way here and have somebody like me want to beat her and stone her for wearing the goddamn. Now if that's not tragedy, I don't know what is. And you can relax. That joke's not at all about her being Muslim. That joke's about her being an asshole for not killing her husband. Sweetie, if someone comes home to you one day and says, here, you have to wear this over your face for the rest of your life, and you're not allowed to drive, and you're not allowed to read, you say, okay, sweetie, and then you wait till he falls asleep, and then you just set that fucker on fire. Women are too lazy to kill their own friggin' husbands. How hard can it be? Much Lifetime television for women. It's like a 3-minute project. These women in China killing 7, 8, 10 husbands a night, people. This is why they're winning. Don't get me wrong, I love my husband. Everything I say is a joke. I'm not pissy. I'm grateful for my life. I know I have it pretty good. I really am. And plus, I hate to brag. My husband's kind of handsome. Every once in a while I'll check him out and I'll be like, oh my God, you're hot. If we weren't married, I would totally fuck you. What a waste. That's not true. It's a stereotype joke about married women, right? About women, whether you're married or not, that supposedly guys are more into sex. That's not true, guys. If you have a girlfriend or a wife, you have no idea how close you come. No pun intended. Seriously, 6, 7, sometimes 10 times a day, you guys are that close to getting laid. But then you open your mouth. And then you're like that close to a frying pan right in the face. How could you be that close to sex and death in 10 seconds and have no idea? How is it humanly possible? I was working in Vegas with my husband, and we're sitting by the pool next to the exotic dancers, so I felt hot. Alright, they're working with double D's and 13-inch waists. I'm working the double pancakes and a muffin top on my muffin top. My husband, being a genius, did he say, Bernie, you're beautiful. I love you just the way you are. No. Genius goes, well, you'd be better looking if, I don't know, you put a little self-tanner all over yourself. Yeah. I was like, oh, sweetie, thank you so much for that tip. Yeah. Do you know what I think would look good all over me? Your friend, Steve. You guys have been amazing. I've been Bernie and Molly. Thank you, Garrett Morris.
more thing we gotta tell you. We're gonna tell them right now, aren't we? Like, go on, bro. Y'all, we got a little song we're gonna give you before you go up. How many of you know who Robert Johnson was?